Okay, so if you... Did you just press record?
Why, you nervous?
All right, Jonathan, so we are
Here's what I want to tell you, Jared.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted to wait till we're recording so I can get your reaction. Let
Okay.
me just finish putting my clothes on.
Sure.
Okay? Today I'm at home, and all I hear on my back door is bang, bang, bang. And I'm like, what the fuck? I get up, and I see a man I've never known before looking through my back door window.
No!
So I was so mad I didn't even put my shoes on. I just went outside, walking on the gravel because I forgot my shoes. And I said, hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Wait, can I stop you for a second? Okay, so you already, gave him an ocular pat down. You already, I could take this guy.
No, I only saw his face through the blurry back window because the window's tinted, kind of. Yeah.
Wow!
I was very upset.
You're a man. I would
I'm
hide
not
in
a man.
a corner.
No, I'm not a man because
in the dark spot in my house and call the police.
No.
Even though we are detectives.
Actually, I'm a little bit upset. I got 3 dogs.
Okay.
2 of them are pretty good size. One of them's a German Shepherd Rottweiler. They're very aggressive towards cars driving by, coyotes across the street, a horse 2 miles away. The fucking rain. They're barking. They're going crazy.
But a stranger pounding on the door.
They're sleeping their fucking heads off. They don't move an inch. I'm like, here's what happened. I said, get the fuck out of my yard. He goes, I'm just thirsty. And I went, wait there. I go inside. I get him 2 cold bottles of water. I give it to him. I say, don't ever come back to my house.
We'll take it.
And then he goes, where's Hilton? I'm like, the hotel? There isn't one. He goes, the street. And I go, just walk up the road, man. Now I'm looking at my hose differently.
Well, look how it was positioned.
Well,
I mean, it was asking for it, to be honest.
It was in that tight little hose.
This is asking to be turned on
you can't
and sucked from.
Ugh.
Are you upset that out of all of the dogs in your house, you had to be the protector?
I park my car, and it's going to happen tonight. I'm going to park my car when I get home, and I'm going to take the same path. And before I get through the side gate that this man used, I will hear my dogs barking.
Yeah.
Because they're like, someone's outside.
Wait a minute.
Not when you see what I'm fucking saying?
Okay. You remember how much we crapped on Alex Garland's movie
Men? Yes.
And you just took him home, right? In the movie,
Took him back to
we were talking about a stray person coming into your property and just checking things out.
Right.
Do you think this is Alex Garland really testing us what we would do in that
situation? This is
situation?
Alex Garland.
Did you ever want to call the police actually on this?
No.
guy?
No, I didn't care. If I saw him again, then I'd be like, I'm calling us because we are cops.
Yeah.
The problem is I got my mother's temper, and that's just not good. One time we were walking into a Fry's or in the parking lot.
Were you from your body? Do you think that he would take advantage of you?
No, if he was better looking, I'd let him.
That's just how they all start. A guy comes in and he just goes, knock, knock, knock.
Right.
I'm thirsty. Well,
All
that's
right,
a good
enough
story.
of my little regalia.
Well, I do want to hear about your UK trip, but
So the UK trip. All right, let's do it. We're talking about we finally saw Black Phone.
Yeah,
Ooh, baby.
The Black Phone came out in 2020. It's rated R, directed by Scott Derrickson.
Came out in 2022, but keep going.
That's what did I say?
2020.
I live in the past.
It's okay, baby.
God damn it. Hey, what was the synopsis of that movie?
The synopsis was...
Would you like to see a magic trick?
Yeah.
Don't hang up.
Have you seen this boy?
My brother, he was taken.
By a man with black balloons.
It doesn't work. Hang it up.
You're getting out of here.
How?
There's a combination lock.
What's the combination?
Hang up the phone!
You don't have much time.
Okay, remember what we said, how much the movie would make opening weekend?
I said 21.6.
That's right, and I said something like 16 million, right?
Coward's number.
I learned that it had a budget of $18 million, and on that weekend, it made $23 million.
Yes, Price is Right rules. I'm close without going over.
And you
Yeah.
also said it would rank number...
5?
It ranked number 4.
Ugh.
So I listened to the audiobook for the short story, Black Phone by Joe Hill.
Yep.
And I did learn a couple things that were similar, but where the movie actually...
Improve?
yes.
Really?
Way better. Because there was a quote by Joe Hill that I wanted to talk to you about. So Joe Hill said, the key to making a good horror movie is so that you'd fall in love with the characters.
Yeah, you have to care about the characters.
His short story, no.
Yeah.
So I think Scott Derrickson and Sturgill actually brought so much more humanity and likability to those characters.
Well, I guess you can do that when it's a script compared to a short story.
So in the short story, you pretty much just get where Finney was abducted.
Finney.
So, however, he was
spoilers.
oh yeah, now we're going.
This whole epi is spoilers.
Yeah. In the book, he was actually just hanging out on a stoop out in front of a store.
Man, you ever have a stoop house?
No.
Really?
I think that is more of an East Coast thing.
You never
isn't
had
it?
a house with a stoop, huh?
No.
I used to have a stoop, man.
Nobody really wants to hang out outside in Arizona.
That's true. I used
Where
to
was
have
your
a
stoop at?
In
Did
Queens.
you always live in here? Queens.
Nope.
See what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's an Eastern
It was
thing.
awesome. One time my uncle came over and he taught all the kids in the neighborhood how to play stoop ball.
So he was looking across the street.
A lot of
from
memories on the stoop, you know?
Do you want to share one?
No, just used to be a stoop neighborhood.
Well, the very creative
Our stoop
part,
had 3 steps. It was very nice.
3?
Yeah, 3 steps.
What was your favorite step to sit on? The first or the third?
The bottom step.
Bottom
I
step.
like, because it was when I was younger, you know?
Were you drinking a sody?
Sometimes I drink a sody.
Yeah.
Sometimes I drink a waddy.
God damn.
Ah, the old stoop days.
So let's talk about
Uh-huh.
Joe Hill's book.
Short story.
So Finney was sitting on the stoop, probably the bottom stoop, like you mentioned, the bottom step.
More than likely.
Okay. And he was drinking his favorite soda. By this time, he said it was like he was addicted to the soda.
Right.
All right. And across the street, he sees a guy, big, heavy dude, struggling to get balloons back into the back of his van. And he's dropping all those eggs and everything like that,
Yes.
too. Remember, just like in the movie.
Just like the movie.
And so Finney is widely known that this guy
Yes.
was abducting children in this town.
Yes.
Widely known.
Righto.
Everybody's talking about it. However, in the book, Finney said, well, I aged out of the demographic that the grabber was taking. Those kids.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a fun thing.
So
All right.
he's like, I aged out of it. So I'm seeing this guy across the street. He's having some trouble. I go and help him. And of course, he does the whole thing, sprays him in the mouth
Yep.
with that like aerosol
Whatever,
or whatever.
yeah.
I don't know if back then people were really like, if there's a creepy van going around, that's just the first thing you look at.
If
you
I
know,
if
as
I
an abductor in your town, just like who has
Right.
the creepiest van?
if I had to if somebody had a gun, Jesus comes down right now and points a gun to my head.
Okay.
And says, nitpick one thing about the fucking movie. I'd be like, it's that the cops got the information that it is a black van, and then you constantly keep seeing the same black van drive around town.
Never
Come
questioned.
on, guys.
Yeah.
And that's there's a gun to my head. No gun to my head, no nitpick.
So he gets abducted, taken into the basement and stuff like that. In the movie, what was stopping the grabber from killing Finney right away?
He likes playing the naughty boy game.
That's right. Now
He
that
likes it.
so that
It's a
wasn't
game
even,
for him.
right?
It's a routine game where the kids have to be bad, and then he gets to punish them, and then he gets to kill them. Just like Jared with his girls. That's what he likes. All of his girlfriends, he likes to use and abuse, and then he just slides away.
Oh boy, it's like a slug. It's like you can just see the trails
Oh,
of slime,
God.
just like dragging me away from.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Okay. So he likes to play the naughty boy game, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, in the book, there's only one thing that's stopping him from killing Finney.
What is
and
it?
that is Grabber's brother is staying in the same house.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's it.
Way better in the movie.
I agree.
Because
It brought to what you said,
yes.
rules.
Right. Oh, absolutely. The suspense building in the black phone is amazing.
Yeah.
It just
It's kind of like it reminded me of the old classic horror rule too, of like you break the
that
rules.
basically started with the
Scream.
no,
Or-
get out of here.
Friday the 13th or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah,
And
and
see,
camp.
and that's where I disagree with what makes a good horror movie. Even though, like, okay, Joe Hill he says you have to care about the characters. Not every time, Friday the 13th, nameless characters dying, and it's still
Because the star is Jason, and
right.
you care more about him because he was abused by the camp counselors and all that stuff.
I don't give a
and,
fuck about that. Who isn't abused by camp counselors? It was great.
And then in the book, also the sister was older, and she was.
Oh, no, I don't like that either.
She wasn't even really involved with finding him. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
it was just like she had a few visions and stuff like that.
So
but
you're saying
yeah.
the movie is better than the short story.
way better.
I'm not
It's-
even gonna listen to it now. It sounds so dumb.
Well, it's just there's so much more meat on the bones with the movie.
Right. Well, it's because it's a short story, though.
Yeah, that's
but I
true.
will say this: if Joe Hill took everything that you said, older sister, didn't kill him because the brother's in the house, whatever else, the movie would still be better.
Seriously?
You know what? I'm doing it. Where's my stamp? I'm pulling it out right now. Thank you. I'm stamping it. I'm giving it my horror movie stamp of approval thingy.
Wait, for this movie, I don't think anybody has to sell anybody on it, but I really think
I met somebody
Really?
who said it wasn't that good.
They're out of their mind.
My eyes hurt.
This movie delivered
loved it.
on every
I'm
level.
gonna go see it
in
with
my
my
opinion.
mom.
Yeah.
And she loves thrillers. She loves horror. She loves mystery.
I wanted to go into this whole thing where your mom was like a better detective than you. But I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
No, you could do it. Do it. That's funny.
Her and I actually served on the force for a long time.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. We weren't
Papa?
partners though.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
You'll never make it as far as she did in this force, man. I'll tell you that much. But you know what? It's good to work with both generations. That's all.
She's
I'm
tougher than me.
True.
No, I'm not kidding. I was gonna say it before, but one time we were at a Fry's.
Yeah?
We're walking into a Fry's,
Ah.
and as we're walking, a car zips by us, and the car almost hit my mom. Her body's riddled with arthritis. She turned into a cheetah. I think I blink, and my mom's already halfway across the parking lot. The guy goes to open his door. My mom slams it shut. I felt bad for the guy. She's like yelling at him. She's like, she went nuts.
Wow.
The guy the guy started his car, backed up, and drove away.
Well, the things that were also I enjoyed about this movie that was not in the book was
The usage of the children, all the victims were giving
that's
him
what it
one
was.
piece
Yes.
to get out.
because in the book there was
Loved it.
only like 2 ghosts, really. The way that they introduced the ghosts and the spiritual aspect to the movie was very fascinating.
I
I
loved
liked
it.
how they didn't know who they were.
Yes.
And they only could glom
They're
on
in
to
lim-
like
they're-
one bit of
The
reality.
ghosts are in purgatory.
Yeah.
And Finney is a medium. He
Yeah.
can talk to dead people. I feel like Stephen King has the same characters, obviously, supernatural shit, and they all try to live in the same world, kind of. I feel like Joe Hill's world over time, because he has to write more books, will be better than his.
Yeah, the Stephen
And that-
King universe. We
Yes.
talked about that.
Yes, the Stephen King. Thank you. The Stephen King universe, which you love. Joe Hill over time, if he keeps making good little short stories or books, and these directors keep adapting them, how they did Black Phone,
Absolutely.
he'll skyrocket past his father. And I know that's kind of a hot take, but I don't care.
Well, let's talk about a couple of the actors too. So, who was your favorite character in the movie?
The Grabber.
Well, I mean,
He did he really
Ethan
did.
Hawke was amazing.
Because we
in it.
know
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
You know, and spoilers, you don't see his face till the end. And I said this when I was leaving. I was like, he's been the lead in movies.
Sure.
He's not a leading man. I see his name on a thing and I go, I don't know if I'll. But after this performance, he loved it.
He just bring it all the time. It's kind of like
I wouldn't say he's really a character actor. You know, I wouldn't picture him as I don't think he's a character actor. I just think the way he played the Grabber, especially in 2 scenes, the scenes where the Grabber's sitting in the kitchen, that gave me chills. The imagery of just this man sitting in a chair, wearing a mask, shirtless, holding a belt, reminded me of my father. No, it made me scared. It was scary. You're just seeing it, and it's just like, I'm scared. Nothing's happening. I think it was like a slowly. It might have been a still shot or just slowly moving forward. I can't remember. The cinematography in this movie,
and that is
I was fucking scared.
Yep, that is Brett Jutkiewicz.
Ah,
I can't pronounce his name at all.
You nailed it.
The cinematographer. There was 2 scenes in that movie where I felt that the cinematography caused confusion.
Really?
To the audience.
I know one, but go ahead and do another.
The one that you're thinking is
The Grabber's brother.
The Grabber's brother is investigating
The Grabber crimes.
the Grabber crimes.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't mean to always repeat you.
No, it's fine. I just feel like you're almost
And
off
the
track.
camera pans down.
Right. And we
to
see the
where
floorboard.
Finney is.
We see the floorboards, the pipes, the installation, the ceiling.
So that scene was confusing to the audience because you're like, it was at a transitional shot,
Right.
where it blended 2 scenes together that were not connected.
Right.
Spoiler: the second house is no one lived there.
Across the street.
No, before I get into that part, the second one was the dual scenes where Finney was walking up the stairs and the cops were also about to go
Loved
through the
it.
hallway.
Loved it. I would say for a lesser intellectual, it's obviously confusing, but for
But
somebody.
I've told you I've been doing this
Well, there
job
you
for
go.
a long time.
Somebody like
I
me-
get very confused if there's too many angles. and
Exactly.
loops and stuff
Sometimes
like
it
that.
takes you 2 hours to get into the precinct.
Yeah, exactly. I got to circle the place a few
Yeah,
times.
you're at that
Then I
age.
knock on the back of the window and I drink from the hose.
Oh, motherfuck. Son of a bitch.
So I
I just
thought
want to
that
get rid of my hose now.
those two scenes, it was just very confusing and disorientating. But I guess it was supposed to.
Well, yeah, I
because
think it was supposed to.
they wanted you to think that,
kinda
oh no,
second guess.
Finney's going to turn around the corner.
Right.
They're going to open the door and maybe
Shoot
blast him because they're like, oh, we're
God,
scared.
could you fucking imagine? Then the movie would be dumb.
I know.
But it wasn't, so it doesn't matter. It was really good. You asked me before if Quinny or not. What's
Yeah.
his sister's name? Quincy?
Gwen.
Gwen. And yes, in the sense of caring about these characters, basically what Joe Hill, and I'm guessing here, but what I think he's meaning by that is, so I get that. You need to see the lives that they're living before they're interrupted by the monster, the killer, the horror aspect. And so that's where it makes sense, and they did that perfectly in this movie. And I felt like I knew their whole lives. When they're talking about their mom, and they didn't, the exposition, exposition's delivered perfectly when you as the audience don't even realize it's exposition.
100%.
I'm watching these people just talk about a family member without even realizing it. They're brainwashing me, and they're going, now you know about our mom. And I go, oh my God, I do, you little fuckers.
I mean, who wouldn't want a younger sister or any sister or sibling just like Gwen? The way that she protected her brother, that was awesome, man. I love that.
Oh, yeah, that was
when,
great.
When he was getting beat up and she just like tore into the bullies. Did you know that actually they delayed production
Why?
to keep her as an actress in this movie?
I like that.
Because
Holy shit.
she was a Disney kid, couldn't get out of a show that she was in
Wow.
for the scheduling, so they kept her.
To be that young and have that much pull in fucking the woods,
She was
Hollywood as
great.
they call it.
What did you think about the lead actor, Finney, though? His name's
thought-
Mason Thames.
I thought Mason Thames did a really good job. I thought
Are you just glad that it wasn't a Stranger Things kid in there?
Okay, see, now you know, what's his name, Finn Wolfhard?
Yeah.
You know for a fucking fact this movie comes out, and he picked up his phone. He's in some type of mansion in Miami. He has a Lamborghini outside, and he picks up his fucking phone and goes, he talks to his agent, like, why wasn't I in that fucking movie? Why didn't you get it for me? You know what I mean? You're fired, you fucking scumbag. By the way, in season 4 of Stranger Things, and now Finn's on the show, and I'm looking at this. This looks like a French. She looks like a French woman, and then I realized that's Finn Wolfhard or whatever. I was like, holy shit! Does that not look like a woman who would live in France?
I think Finn is actually suffering from like the cute kid to awkward like teenager.
Really? Because I
Yeah.
feel like there's a
I don't-
lot. I feel like there's a lot of women his age, a lot of chicks his age that are just like, all right,
all right.
do you want me to go on?
Yeah, keep going.
Oh fuck! That was
Oh, no.
That was a bluff.
Okay. So, what do you think of their dad? Played
Excellent
by
actor.
Jeremy Davies.
Okay, to be fair, when he was hitting Gwen, I thought he was pulling his punches. She's not gonna land like that. You gotta hit her harder. That was a soft belt hit. You can't do that shit. And you gotta wonder why you gotta do it all the time.
Did you know that whole scene was actually improvised?
How? Why?
True, it wasn't even scripted.
was
So
great.
when she was like, "Oh, like, do you understand me?" She's like,
Yeah.
"Yes, I do."
Right.
Like all of that was just ad libs at that point.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really. Oh, the actors in this movie, the kid actors, crushed it. I mean, really, I thought they did a great job.
Just going back into that, yeah, I think the dad did a great job, and especially I loved his arc. Oh,
His arc was
so many people had arcs in this movie.
man.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
and that's
Yes!
do you only really get that from the writer director?
no. No,
I think,
get that
I think
from
maybe. And you were right.
You get it
when
from
we
passion.
when we were investigating this movie, you were right. Passion over paycheck.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. This is also the only Scott Derrickson movie that I actually enjoy.
Well, you know what though? Maybe it takes a while to perfect something, and maybe he just found his niche. Maybe now he's just like, this is how I like it to be. Because now this easily. And I haven't seen his whole filmography. I don't think I have to.
I noticed because
This is the best movie he's done.
when I was re-listening to our podcast before, you're getting so bored with the movies that I was talking about in his filmography.
Yeah, 'cause
I think
what the fuck is
halfway
that?
through, you forgot that I'm mentioning these movies because Scott Derrickson directed them.
Point Break's fucking slick. Remember when they tried to remake Point Break?
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was fucking stupid.
It was the worst.
I'm nervous because one day they're going to remake Roadhouse. And the problem is, it's not going to have the same gritty feel.
You know, we might want to
know?
do a cold case on that.
I would love
Because
to do a
I'm
cold
curious
case
to
on that.
see if that movie was actually like a Patrick Swayze vehicle. We need to get Patrick Swayze in a movie, or he actually auditioned for it. Was there like a?
I feel like,
somebody else
oh
who
man, I
turned
don't know.
it
I
down?
couldn't even think of another actor to do it because I feel like Patrick Swayze was one of the actors who had the perfect balance of pretty boy, tough guy.
And
He's
then-
great, man.
So okay,
He
going
was
back to the
classically
main
trained
guy,
in ballerina.
Mason Thames, who played Finney.
Yes.
Did you want him to have more of a personality? Because he seemed pretty one note flat the whole time. Even when he had his arc.
That worked for me because if you look at his life, it's just like ugh. His life is just like I have a shit household I live in.
Yeah.
My mother's fucking dead. I get beat up at school all the time. I can't even stand up for myself if I wanted to.
He gets beat up at home.
He gets beat up at home. His life is unenjoyable.
He had no freedom.
He had no free, and so for him being monotoned, I thought was great. And the only time he may have had a difference in his character, or he seemed a little bit uppity, when he was just him and his sister hanging out, walking to and fro school. Did I say that right? That's the only time you see a difference, and I think it made sense for me because it's just like he shouldn't be happy. His life sucks ass.
Yeah.
So, but he likes his sister, and when it's just them, he's like, I'm not at school getting bullied. I'm not at home getting beat. When I'm right in between home and school, I'm a jolly little guy. I really like the movie. I just got nothing bad to say. And Ethan Hawke, his performance,
What's another Ethan Hawke performance that you? Oh wait, we got to stick
everyone
to
fucking no. We can
No.
go Ethan Hawke.
No.
Why not?
Because in an interview that I saw of him, did you know he didn't really want to do too much in depth of this character that he was portraying? Obviously, for
I'm glad he
whatever
didn't.
reasons. Yeah, because he
shouldn't have.
Because he said the only thing that matters about my character is how I affect Finn.
Interesting.
That's it.
Right.
He's like, other than that, other than those interactions, this character doesn't exist to me.
Yep.
He's like, well, that's a great way to do it. Okay, a couple other things I want to bring up. What did you think of the kid who played Robin? His name is Miguel Cazares. So what did you think of Miguel Cazares?
I thought he did a great job. I feel like they plucked him out of a movie that was made in the early 80s. Somehow they grabbed him out.
He looked like Atreyu from Neverending Story.
Right, yes, he did. I don't know what that is. It just looks like they plucked him out of a fucking movie in the 80s.
You and no, damn it.
Go ahead, you got it. It's a movie, My Mother and You.
Yeah. We saw it together when we first joined the force.
Ah, that's good.
Well, I had been on the force for already 35 years
Right.
when she started.
So you're older than my mother.
Yeah.
Wow. I keep naming kids. It doesn't matter. I'm going to say I think they all did a great job. Let me ask you an important question.
Of course.
When the Asian kid, he's kidnapped, he dies, then there's a flashback of him growing up.
I believe his name was Bruce.
Yeah, what's his last name?
Lee.
There it is.
No,
baby.
just joking. His name was Bruce, and he was played by Tristan Pravong.
When they had the flashback of him growing up and his parents like teaching him to play baseball, did that not make you wish you had a fucking child?
Or parents.
I would.
That made me wish I had parents.
Man, that made me wish I had a
I'm
little
still
Asian
waiting
baby.
for that childhood that
I really wish.
never got.
I saw that. I just thought,
Yeah.
I wish I had an Asian baby.
They're adorable.
And then when you saw the dad and how he was treating Finn and Gwen, did you think, dang, I wish I had kids?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay.
This movie is just a family movie.
Yeah, it definitely was.
I'll tell you this right now, though. If I had to pick a character for Jared to be in the movie,
Okay.
I would pick the Grabber. I think the Grabber was based off of Jared. But if the Grabber was not available for Jared, I would say he's Pinball Vance.
Really? Why? That kid had so much anger.
I didn't know you as a child because I wouldn't be born for the next 45 years. But when you were like 13 or whatever in like 1972, I feel like that's how you were. I feel like you had long hair, you're looking good, you were overly aggressive, but all the girls were like, "Hi, Jared." I feel like that.
Like the lead
too.
singer of Led Zeppelin?
Yes.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You can, well, yeah, just like all the movie, you could see all the ghosts of all the kids that talk to him. That's another thing. The visuals in this movie of the ghost children, great. The jump scares, perfect. I didn't see one single jump scare coming. It's just a good fucking movie.
So what I really liked about the movie too, especially in the room that Finn was in, it was like an escape room.
Yes.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
Because I always wanted to see like a great escape room movie, like I've seen all the other like the ripoffs that come out. Like
Well, it was really
Escape
cool.
Room.
It was so weird though that the Grabber's basement looked like your basement. That was so cool.
Oh,
though.
speaking of which,
what are the odds?
Can I tell you like a story that happened to actually Scott Derrickson?
Yes.
Okay. So during this movie, Scott Derrickson. Why are you looking
What's
at me?
wrong, Jared?
Okay, sorry. Are you just thinking
Go
about
ahead.
my basement?
No, go
Because you
ahead.
had a very, like, disturbed look on your face.
No, it's cool.
All right, I brought you down there once. All right? Not that bad.
That's a big shipment of black balloons, Jared. Why you got so many black balloons from
I just thought
Amazon?
it was like, well, can I tell you about what happened? to
Yes,
Scott
you
Derrickson?
can.
Okay, so during the movie, of course, the fires were happening in California.
Yeah.
And so his house burnt down.
Right.
And so while he was making this movie, he had to stay in a bunch of hotel rooms. So he finally bought a new house, and he has a basement that's still under construction. Like one night, when he was in his living room, he heard a phone ringing, tracks it all the way down into his basement, and he sees a black phone hanging on the wall.
Creepy.
And so he picks it up, and guess who's on the other line? Jason Blum, who had it installed to prank him.
Wow.
And like he said, it just freaked him out completely.
That's fucking
hilarious.
awesome. Oh,
man,
God,
for a
that's so
producer.
fun.
So, do you want to see my basement?
No, I think I'm going to pass on that.
Come on,
You're
it's
fucking
got
sicko.
It's
No.
just like on the ceiling, they're all just black balloons.
I'm okay. Which, again, Jason Blum, genius or madman? In my eyes, genius. He's a mad genius.
What's just crazy about this is that after coming out of the movie, we were blown away.
Blown away.
We couldn't stop talking about it. We couldn't
loved it.
stop thinking about it.
I can't stop thinking
It was
about
so good, and they made this movie with a budget of $18 million. And
PP, baby.
Doctor Strange comes out.
P over P.
Right? And that movie, it was somewhere around $150 million to $200 million for its budget.
Joke.
And I couldn't wait to
get
like,
out.
get out of that movie.
Same. And Scott Derrickson actually has a producer's credit on Doctor Strange 2. He was asked to do Doctor Strange 2, and he said no because he wanted to do Black Phone.
Right.
No one's going to remember Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Asshole. It's just going to be in the vast ocean, the polluted ocean of Marvel content now. It's just content
That
dog
is
shit.
such a good
no
way
one's
to
gonna
put
remember
it.
that.
That is
It's
such
just
a good
it's a
way.
drop of water in the fucking pool of Marvel's content, and you can't tell the difference. But the Black Phone is different. It's artistic. It's good, and it makes sense. See, and Scott Derrickson's a smart guy, so he's like, okay, you want me to do Doctor Strange? Well, yeah, it's Marvel Disney. I'm gonna get buku bucks in my pocket. Done. I'll do it. You want me to do Doctor Strange 2? Nah. I made my money. I'll put my producer name on it. Cash in again, bitch, and make the Black Phone. Come on. Question.
Yeah.
Did Joe Hill have a cameo in this movie? Because that would have been cool.
I don't think he did either.
Oh, small roles. Great job, the two detectives.
I put this movie in, it's kind of like, I put this movie in the Zodiac.
Zodiac Killer? You think?
Then I would say,
Interesting. I think you're saying that just because
Sinister
they're
or
both
Insidious.
in the 70s and there's detectives.
well, that's probably true.
You're pathetic.
That's probably
No, I would say this is one of the rare Oscar-worthy, even though the Oscars are fucking dog shit pony show, but one of the Oscar-worthy horror movies.
I agree. Well, I'm definitely putting a tracker on Scott Derrickson. I'm going to watch and anticipate the next thing that he does.
I can't wait. Again, oh, and Ethan Hawke now. Next thing he's in, I'm going to go see.
So I don't think anybody's going to go to
Fuck
jail
no,
for this movie.
Emily Carmichael, see, and that's the fucking thing, okay? Scott Derrickson's filmography was not anything special. It was just a bunch of whatever. Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, I saw whatever. Mediocre. And then he, through the years, and then the shit happens, and he keeps honing his skills, and then he's offered shit, and then he made, blah, 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 and now we're at the Black Phone, and we love it.
Yeah.
Some would say the pinnacle of his career is Doctor Strange. And sure, yes, financially, I'm sure it is, but the best movie-wise, he just hit it, and he might possibly, maybe later, he'll do better. Emily Carmichael didn't go through those ropes. Now, and here's my thing. If you let her work her way through those ropes, would she then have the skills later on in life to write a good fucking movie script? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you build something, you're just like, oh, I built that. And she was just given, it's just like, here you go. And she's like, I do this and this, and then I get to go to Hollywood parties, right? And it's like, do you want to be in the business? Do you want to be creating things? Or do you just want the lifestyle that goes with it? And I think these people that are graduating from these fucking colleges because it's the easiest way in for them, or these people that are like born into it because it's obviously the easiest way for them, a lot of them aren't into the actual process of creating quality film. They don't care about like the golden age of Hollywood or the silver screen or like the 30s or the 40s, or they don't care about any of those fucking actors. They don't care about any of those directors. They don't care about any of those movies. They don't care about the history of the film. All they care about is, well, I wrote script and now I'm at Hollywood party.
They want that top shelf IP to be on their resume.
And they want to brag about it, and they just want to walk around and live just the lifestyle without actually having anything to back it up. It's like getting fake muscles put in your body, and then you're walking around, and then someone's like, can you lift this? And you're like, oh.
Yeah, I'm like blown away by this. And like, I love that you've said,
bothers me.
We're getting the content of Marvel. It's Marvel content. That's all it is. It's Jurassic Park content. It's Star Wars content.
And where do these guys get off? And who in the studios make the big decisions and say, go add something to the film? And why? You're the money man, bitch.
You know what's funny that you mentioned that, because
I'm getting fucking heated right now.
I love it. This is like, Scott Derrickson actually mentioned this about Jason Blum.
Really?
Yeah, he says that Jason Blum is very protective over Scott Derrickson's vision for this movie. If Jason Blum says, I'm getting Scott Derrickson to direct this movie, it's going to be a Scott Derrickson movie.
Right.
No intellectual property exists until you have someone like Scott Derrickson create something. Because now everybody will be like, if you come out with the Black Phone 2, people are going to be more interested in that.
You think?
Just as they were with the Sinister. And then you get Sinister 2. That I confused with Insidious.
Yes, you do. Yeah, it's a vision is such a good way to look at it. And even look at the early Marvel movies. Look at Iron Man, Captain America.
God.
You can tell who were making it was these people. These people making it had a vision in mind of how these movies had to be.
Well, look what
then
happened.
At a certain point,
same thing.
But at a certain point, Marvel goes, we got it. Everyone in the world is hooked. Now we just force feed them the formula. Director, you come in. Here's your formula you follow, and you do it.
In my opinion, Jon Favreau, same thing happened to him. He directed Iron Man, the first movie.
Right.
Great movie.
Right.
It blew everybody away.
Everybody.
How do they make this like low-tier superhero into this suddenly everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows who Tony Stark is. Not only that, becomes the head of the cinematic universe.
They pumped him up to Batman levels in the world's eyes.
Incredible.
Yes.
No one gave a shit about him.
No one gave a fucko about him. Yes, Jon Favreau, he makes Iron Man. He has a vision.
He also made The Mandalorian, and then suddenly everybody's like, Disney Plus, they might have something here. And then you get
because
I can't even imagine what's happening anymore. These are worse looking than fan films.
I'm gonna say something. How quick can we get this content out? Because content's content. And I don't think anyone cares so much about the longevity of things anymore. Like I feel like Black Phone. And I said it when we left the movie, and I always say this about movies because I really think it when they're really good. Modern classic. This movie, in later years, when we're on the port, when we're hanging out on the stoop with our little fucking rocking chairs, we're gonna go, dude, the Black Phone was a good one because we're fucking old and it's a classic movie.
Yeah.
And
staring at the van across the street.
Yeah, exactly.
Abducting kids.
Yeah, and then I pull my key out, beep beep, and I lock it. Here's the thing: people treat when you ask them or they ask you. This is how they treat Disney, Marvel. I'm just Disney Plus, Marvel. Whenever I say Marvel, whenever I say Disney, it's all the one. Star Wars, it's all just the three. It's the one. They treat it like people living in Soviet Russia. And if you say something bad about Stalin, whoa, they're going to come and take you. And that's how everyone acts. Everyone acts like, what'd you think of Marvel? Oh, I just thought I just thought it was the best movie they've made. And they keep getting better, and without them, where would we be? And everyone's like, that's right. Hey, what'd you think of that new Obi-Wan episode? You know what? As I was watching it, I just thought it's kind of a really bad piece of art. Without Obi-Wan, we wouldn't be where we are today. Thank God for Disney Plus, Marvel, Star Wars, and Kathleen Kennedy, and everybody involved with that thing. And then I have family members that are just disappearing in the middle of the night because they stand up to these people. People can't even fucking stand up for themselves to be like, the movie was dog shit. Did I like what they used to do? Yeah. Do I hate what they do now? Yeah. I know I sound like a nut job. I'm going to take off my tinfoil hat right now. But I'm just saying, dude, open your fucking eyes. When people make dog shit, it's dog shit. You don't got to suck the dicks of society.
Well, I mean, you're right about all that. And the hard part, whether we like to admit it or not, Jurassic Dominion is more appealing to producers than whatever Scott Derrickson's gonna create.
Absolutely.
They
It's
just
always
are.
you're right.
It's ridiculous.
It's always the money.
I can say to anybody, "Hey, have you seen the new Jurassic World?"
Right.
And then they'd be like, "Yeah, that was great." And then I'd say, "Did you watch The Black Phone?" And they'd be like, "Excuse me, what?
You
What-
racist
what-
fucko."
Yeah,
Right.
Why?
Yeah.
You just can't. It's sad that people are more responding to the Jurassic Park content and the Marvel content than they are a movie like The Black Phone, because when I watched that movie, I felt it's good to have people in your life that have your back against all odds.
It was great.
And there were real stakes there. I know they're going through a traumatic time, obviously, but it brought them closer together.
It was amazing.
The father actually begged for his kids' forgiveness.
And I love the kids. They didn't have a reaction. I loved it.
Then you can say, like, well, Jurassic Park, some people don't want to watch a movie and feel. They just don't. And I guess, like, sadly, producers have found that. And they're like, if you mine the mindless, suddenly fortune beyond belief.
Right, but here's the thing. You can make... I love that. I love just turning my brain off, vegging out, sitting down, and not thinking. Everybody loves doing that. You can make the... Well, I don't want to think. You can do that and still make it entertaining.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because this is supposed to be about Scott Derrickson.
Yeah.
And he's not... Scott, you're never going to hear this, so it's fine. But the only reason we're bringing up all this bad shit is because your movie is such a polar opposite of what's being put out today on mass. I'm tired. I'm tired of fucking, and I'm tired of the hype machine. I'm tired of everyone going, oh my God, did you fucking see the new thing?
It's a cult for sure.
Straight up cult, man.
Yeah. Life can get real hard, obviously, out here in the junk.
Yeah, it was
and
junk,
when
baby.
you get a good movie that you can relate to and that makes you think, like a Top Gun Maverick.
You're a junkie.
Man, that's great. Yeah, you get that high, and then you're like, oh, I can like do my humdrum life for a while, you know? It's just like, you're like,
the
great.
window you're opening for our audience to you is just so sad.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
never going to look in that window again. That's hilarious.
They don't bang on my window, try to drink from my hose.
Fucking son of a bitch. I just don't think there isn't longevity anymore in movies, and there used to be a time where
But
the directors...
the Black Phone coming out
It's
this
longevity.
week, I bet you it's going to have legs.
I just truly think that in the future people will be talking about this movie and other movies that are made like it, other quality movies. Yeah. They're not going to talk about Jurassic World Dominion in a fucking film class. I'm sweating. I'm sweating because I'm so mad. Oh, so no one's going to jail.
Oh, that's
because there really is no crime.
So do you want to...
Emily Carmichael is still in prison. I just feel bad because she can't learn how to do better when she's in there. What are you going to do? That's what you get for being... It's just like handing you something...
Yeah, you bring up a good point. Should we let her out so she can have a chance to, like, Alex Garland?
She can wait.
But we let Alex Garland go, and
because
now
we
he's
put
gonna
someone
get
in.
An opportunity to learn from his mistakes. Should we just let out?
Sure. I'm sure he's going to learn a lot.
Okay.
Bunch. Like, he's going to learn... Don't go up the stairs.